Hello there, podcasting fans. As the sun begins to set on another one of our deep dive trilogies, join us one last time in the murky waters of an alternate reality as we complete JJ Abrams' Episode 9 original, in inverted commas, treatment. Is it real? Well, that seems less and less likely with each passing moment, but we've got this far, so we may as well finish with a bang. Now, sit back, for it is time for the JJ Abrams Episode 8 and 9 treatment saga to end. Now,
And here
that won't be helpful at all.
Okay. Welcome to How Uncivilized Podcast. We are speaking today on the third act of the Episode 9 treatment. We're not going to go into too much detail. Again, just a reference if you're joining us now and you haven't already listened to any of the earlier episodes, just tune on into those, any of the earlier parts. And again, if you haven't listened to Episode 8 treatment, you'll need that to listen to the Episode 9 treatment. So have a little look-see at our episodes.
Yeah, all common sense stuff, we're just going to crack on with the new stuff. We're going
to crack on right now.
A lot to talk about because Act 3 is a hefty one.
Yeah,
I imagine
it's going to be a beefy one.
It's probably going to be a very, very long one. So, without further ado, shall we crack on to Act 3?
Let's begin with Act 3.
He said,
do you want to go first?
Very slowly.
No, stop it. Speed up. Back up to the present day, realizing. Yeah. Go on, Charlie. You knock us into the
3.
into the start.
Back to Act Toad, the unknown planet, present day. Ray rallies Luke and the others to board the Millennium Falcon. They set off for deep space, looking for an ultimate weapon to take down Snoke on Sacrum, once and for all. Lando and Leia rally their troops amassed on Cloud City, with instructions to rendezvous by Sacrum. The plan is an all-out attack on the Sith planet.
Dun, dun, dun. Ray and company find the lost Alderaan.
It's not
Alderanian...
a musical.
Ray and company find the lost Alderanian Star Destroyer called the Yakata, hidden in an asteroid belt. Finn and Poe ready its thrusters and armaments for battle. Ray, Ben Solo, Luke, Chewie, and BB-8 break off from the rest of the crew, planning to take the Millennium Falcon to Sacrum. Luke tells Ray not to worry. He and Kylo have Darth Vader's blood, so they're impervious to the Sacrum sickness. She tells him she learned of her lineage and origin in the past, and having that knowledge, she's confident she'll be impervious too. Luke responds, "I'm glad you took it so well. When Vader revealed the truth to me on Cloud City, I didn't."
Well, that was completely different. Like, he said he was your dad who you thought was dead. Ray just found out what she's been wanting to know her entire life.
Yeah, exactly. There's a complete difference there.
Also, did you forget that Pin and Foe existed? Because I did.
Yeah, they were dead to me.
Okay. Ahsoka arrives at the Yakata with 3 other older Jedi who had been hiding on Acto since Order 66. She joins Poe and Finn to lead the orbital attack on Sacrum. On the planet of Sacrum, the Sith alchemists have fully reanimated the corpse of Emperor Palpatine. He is nowhere near as powerful as he once was, but he's alive and cackling. A newly hatched clone of Snoke carries him like a newborn baby to his gigantic throne of thorns. They ready the many Sith royal guardsmen for battle.
Yeah.
Well,
right. Okay. I mean, flippin' heck.
I said it as a joke, but seriously, Finn and Poe have done nothing so far this whole thing.
They've only just appeared.
Yeah.
I mean, what's going on here? A newly hatched clone of Snoke carries him. Is this referencing like earlier in the Episode 8 treatment where he's sort of coming out like a baby? But that kind of seems like birthing rather than hatching.
Well, was he still alive? Like,
I don't even know.
I thought Snoke was still alive. Why do they need a newly... Because he was killed in the flashback at the beginning. So I don't know why they need a newly hatched... Do they have more than one going at a time?
And why are they in eggs?
Yeah.
The bigger question.
And also...
What came first, the Snoke or the egg?
Why do they have to do the analogy of Emperor Palpatine was carried like a newborn baby? Like, that completely undermines his power.
Kuch, little baby. I am the Lord of the I am the Lord of the Quiet, baby, quiet.
I have conquered the galaxy for thousands of years. Oh, aren't you a big boy?
Here, suck on this dummy. It's literally almost a reference to Stewie, isn't it? From Family Guy.
The other thing
I shall take over the world.
The other thing we get is there's just 3 older Jedi who've been hiding out on Acto, and
what the hell is that?
It reminded me...
Could have used them in the big battle on Acto earlier.
It reminded me of in Star Trek when some people are beamed down to the planet who you've never seen before, and it's like, well, guess those guys are going to die. It's like 3 unnamed Jedi walk into the room, and it doesn't bode well.
How many Jedi does it take to change a light bulb?
Yeah, I know we said that we wanted more Force users, but you can't just make them pop up. Like, why? Yeah, just make the 3 of the older Jedi like Finn and Poe. That would be fine.
Yeah, that would have worked.
Make them Jedi.
Yeah, train them up. That would have been a more interesting use of story and time and effort. Like, don't bring in characters we don't know. Use characters we do know to make the story more interesting.
Yeah. When you've got characters like Finn and Poe who haven't done anything all film, and then you suddenly introduced a bunch of random other characters to do things, it's like, don't do that. Just use the ones you already have.
Oh, I bet they're all Skywalkers. I bet there's a reveal at the end of this one now where it's like, and Ahsoka decided to get rid of her second name, Tano, and use Skywalker.
To which Rey said, I'm going to do that too. And Finn said, I'll do that too. And Poe said, I've already got a surname, but I'm going to do it too.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, dear.
Honestly.
I bet it's Yoda Skywalker as well.
Yeah, probably. So, shall we crack on with the next page?
Yeah, let's crack on.
Go for it.
Using the artificially engineered Sith blood, the alchemists activate 10 dark side clones they've been perfecting for years. Emperor Palpatine floats them all red lightsabers, telling the warriors whoever brings him the heads of Rey, Luke, or Ben Solo will be granted everlasting life. Captain Phasma loads them into her heavy assault craft and flies up into space towards the Alderaanian Yakata.
Just as Captain Phasma's ship is ascending, the Millennium Falcon with Luke, Rey, and company is descending to the Sacrum surface. They're all wearing Old Republic battle armor salvaged from the Yakata. Phasma's ship crashes through the Yakata's protective shields and into the hangar bay. As Phasma and Snoke's force-injected Sith acolytes storm the hangar bay with blasters and lightsabers blazing, Ahsoka and the other Jedi attack them head-on. It is an epic lightsaber battle royale that fans will be talking about for years to come. That overconfidence, I don't like that.
Yeah, that's a bit much for me. As the Jedi versus Sith lightsaber battle ensues, Finn and Captain Phasma face off one last time with laser blasters. It's a fight to the death. They disarm each other and ultimately fight with hatchets they find on the deck. Finn smashes Phasma's helmet off, revealing the scarred and discoloured face of a once beautiful woman, who's now crying and spitting up blood. Seeing Phasma's vulnerability almost brings a tear to Finn's eye. He can't bring himself to finish her off and drops his hatchet. He extends his hand to her in friendship. As she limply takes his hand, she looks at him with remorse, knowing these are her final moments. Finn stays with her, holding her hand as she dies.
Boo-hoo. Luke, Rey, and Ben Solo's Millennium Falcon strike team reaches Snoke's Sacrum stronghold. Snoke taunts Luke, goading him to break off from the team and meet him for a final duel atop the roof of his Sacrum Sith Acropolis. Luke happily takes the bait and force jumps away and up. Rey and Ben Solo fight Emperor Palpatine's royal guards as they descend into the catacombs of the Sacrum Sith Temple. Chewie lags behind, acting as an invisible backup. Meanwhile, under the radar, C-3PO and Siffy Z. Wait, have they changed the spelling of that? Have they added an I to it?
Yeah, I think they have.
Yeah, it's now CIFI-XI, when before it just had two I's, I believe.
Yeah, I'm so confused.
I don't know. C-3PO and Sci-Fi X, or whatever it is now, rocket into the Sacrum surface using jetpacks. Weird name leads C-3PO towards the secret Sacrum cloning laboratory on the far side of the temple. They fly inside through a hidden crevasse, then past rows and rows of gigantic marble Sith statues. C-3PO remarks that he feels like he is entering Hell's exhaust port. Hey, they've spelt it right.
That was with the other robot last night.
Oh, wow. Also, they've spelt it right again now. It's only got two I's now. So Siffy Z, or whatever it is, replies, This is no time for humor, my dear. C-3PO replies, who's joking? What a mess.
All right, okay. Well, that's the next page. Oh, dear.
Yeah.
What do you think of the epic lightsaber battle royale?
I mean, I can only hope it'll be something fans will be talking about for years.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
it's something I like. I like the idea, but I don't. Yeah, as I say, I don't like the cockiness of. It's gonna be amazing.
It's the classic clash of characters who I don't really care about. It's almost like faceless armies going off against each other. It's kind of like
it's like the clone army against the droids.
Yeah,
I don't care.
It's like
I'm not invested in this.
No one really cares. There's Ahsoka who we care about. And then that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No one else.
Exactly.
Well, there's the Finn and Captain Phasma moment, but it just feels so unearned.
Yeah, I know.
There's a bunch of these moments in this where they want us to think like, oh, Kylo's in love with Rey, or like, oh, Finn and Captain Phasma have this like really humanizing moment, but they just feel so unearned.
Forced.
Yeah.
They're just so forced. There's like no build up to it whatsoever. They've just been thrown in for the sake of driving the plot, trying to tie up the character development nicely. But if you're not doing, like, the whole idea of character development is to develop the characters.
Not just make them do things.
At a pace rather than just suddenly, oh shit, I forgot about them. Let's throw in some development here in a quick paragraph.
And to me, it also reads as a kind of like, oh, they knock Captain Phasma's helmet off, and it's like, oh, she's a woman and she's really upset and she's crying and look how vulnerable she is. And it's like, no, she's a badass like stormtrooper.
Yeah, why should she be crying?
Like, this is literally what she's been training for her whole life. Like, the imminent possibility of death is something she's just like come to terms with, because that's what being a soldier is for her. Like,
yeah,
if anything, she would get over cocky. And like, that's kind of, first time I read this, that's what I thought she was going to do, is like pretend to be vulnerable and then use that against Finn, and that would be kind of like her undoing. Finn. Yeah. Either she would pretend to be vulnerable, try to attack Finn and it not work, or she would just kill Finn, which either way, I'm fine with that. Better. Yeah. It just feels like a strange moment of these characters who seem like they've had this, because they should have had more of a connection, really, because he trained in her division for a long time. Yeah. She was his commander. But it's just these things that, like, they haven't been together on screen since episode 7. And so it's kind of like, who cares?
Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit too late.
Yeah.
I think in this one anyway.
And then the mysterious eye in Siffy XI, that's just bonkers. It's one of those things of like,
it's nuts.
I would think it's a typo, but it appears twice. It's spelt that way. So suddenly I was like doubting myself of like, is this actually how it's been spelt this whole time and I've been reading it wrong?
Yeah, that was just so weird.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it just comes down to the, like, if they're making spelling mistakes of their own characters, Like, this seems like less and less believable to me that it's a JJ Abrams like treatment, but it's enjoyable nonetheless. Great to go through, but yeah, it does kind of feed into that kind of doubt.
Yeah,
it's not.
It feels like if this is real, it's the kind of thing he wrote on a notepad quickly on an evening, just being like, "Oh, this is what I do." Like, didn't spell check it or anything, just kind of,
and then got his secretary to just type it up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But yeah, it's just, like you say, the more I read it, the more I feel like it's not the one.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. But, well, I mean, yeah.
Let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's see if it sticks the landing, whatever the hell this landing is. So do you want to crack on with the next page?
Yeah, let's do it. General Leia and Lando jump out of hyperspace and immediately enter the space battle against the Sith Armada encircling Sacrum. Poe leads a squadron of X-Wings against Emperor Palpatine's new fleet of red TIE fighters called TIE Daggers. Many TIE Daggers overwhelm the X-Wings, and only Poe and a few X-Wings are left. Luke confronts Snoke on the roof of his Sacrum Sith Acropolis. Luke says, "You may not remember, but here we are again, Snoke. Atop an Acropolis, fighting it out to the death? How many sloppy coffees of you must the Sith make to get it right?" Snoke responds, "I am Snoke. The Snoke. Snoke everlasting." Luke quips, "That's what you said last time." Their lightsabers clash, and the duel begins. For those who don't know, clash was in capitals.
Yeah.
It's brutal, but also quite majestic, seeing these two Force Masters face off against each other one last time.
Rey and Ben Solo delve deeper underground. They reach the Grand Sith Parthenon and confront the recently reanimated Emperor Palpatine clone. He sits in a mechanical chair connected to many hoses and wires. Rey and Ben fight his guardsmen but easily defeat them. Palpatine uses his dark force abilities to take control of Ben Solo's body, puppeting his arms and legs to fight Rey. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
As Ben savagely attacks her, she reluctantly defends herself. They engage in another brutal lightsaber duel. Palpatine cackles to himself and claps at this amusing spectacle. Ben sees this only going one way, him being forced to kill Rey, so he uses the last of his powerful Skywalker Force energy to momentarily break free of Palpatine's control and stab himself through the stomach with his saber, committing harakiri. As Ben falls to the ground, Palpatine Force pulls the lightsaber out of his guts and into his own hand. He then pulls Rey's saber away as well. He holds them both to her throat.
Palpatine elucidates. He knows where she's come from. The only place Dyed Daphne Skywalker could make a successful clone was at his facility here on Wait, hang on a second. What about on Camino? Like, you've literally just stolen Camino.
Yeah, where all the stuff was on Camino anyway. So let me get this straight. It was on Sacrum, then it went to Camino, and now it's back on Sacrum again.
Yeah, I'm...
Just keep reading.
One of his Palpatine predecessors authorized the cloning procedure some 20 years ago, and it was, in fact, his Sith alchemists who planted her on Jakku, exactly where she'd asked. He wishes her to become Empress and rule the galaxy at his side. Father and daughter. Ugh. Well, that's the end of that one.
Yeah, that's the end of that then. So.
Okay, well, TIE daggers, that's now a thing.
Yeah.
They kind of seem cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, like, again, it's just getting weirder and weirder.
Hell's exhaust port. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Oh, man. I do like the confrontation with Snoke where Snoke's like, I'm the Snoke. I'm the only Snoke. Let's do this again. And it's like...
I'm the Snoke shadiest. I'm the Snoke shady. The Snoke shady.
And Luke's just like, yeah, that's what he said last time. We've done this before. Let's just get this over with.
Da-dee-da. I know what's going to happen. You're going to die.
Come on. Just keep going.
Come on. I'm an all-seeing, old man. Let's just get this done.
I'm done with all these clever quips, Just come on, let's have a lightsaber battle. Good grief.
I just love the line, how many sloppy copies.
That's just harsh, Yeah. He's probably still sensitive from his cloning. But again, when did he die? Because
I don't know.
Because he didn't die in episode 8, so why is he a sloppy copy?
Sloppy Giuseppe. He's just a meatball sub.
Yeah. I'm confused, to say the least.
Very head scratchy.
Yeah. And then we get the battle between Palpatine, Rey, and Ben Solo, which is weird because it ends in Ben Solo killing himself to stop him from being puppeted, which is, that's bonkers.
Yeah, I mean, what?
That's really dark.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, what? I don't.
Yeah. When it says he's being puppeted by Palpatine, it just made me think of, have you ever watched the film Stardust?
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
so,
yeah.
There's a bit towards the end of that film where one of the characters dies, but they've got what's the word?
A little voodoo doll.
Yeah, they've got a little voodoo doll of him. So using the voodoo doll, they reanimate his body and he starts fighting the main character. That's just what I'm imagining here. Is Ben being dragged around by his lightsaber being no, stop.
Oh, this is too much for me. I don't know.
But then we get the reveal that she's actually a clone of Palpatine, kind of, because she was cloned at this very facility.
Yeah, so they're bringing it back to the original Episode 9 reveal, somehow, that Rey is connected to Palpatine.
Yeah.
Which it seemed like she was connected to the Skywalkers originally at a cloning facility that was at Sacrum, then somehow it went to Camino, but the species changed, but then Snoke decided to take it from Camino or there already was a cloning facility on Sacrum, but then the one on Sacrum wasn't good enough, or it was good enough because it made the clones, so why do they need to go to Camino to get the other cloning facility? Or that it was really good, but then it got destroyed, and then they went to Camino to get the other cloning facility, and then moved the whole of Camino, or part of Camino, or just the Camino and people, and got the Camino and people to build a new facility as slaves. I'm so lost. I'm really lost.
I'm loving it. I was just listening to that, just as lost as you were.
I just don't know where this is going. But I'm intrigued.
It seems weird of them saying that, Dyad and Daphne Skywalker, they could only make a successful clone on Sacrum, but it's they've been dead for hundreds of generations. How did they know there would be a place to get clone? Is it a case of they'd already made the clones, so when she went back in time, she was able to tell them where that she could be cloned, or it gets very confusing, to say the least.
And it's really weird. It's like a big twist where it's but it was me, in fact, that I don't know what the hell happened here. One of his Palpatine predecessors authorized the cloning procedure. Who's this? Some kind of Palpatine intern?
I don't know.
Hey guys, sure, I could squeeze you in. Oh, hope the boss doesn't find out. Well, if he does, let's do this procedure.
I'm pretty sure you'd be fired for doing that. I'm just going to clone a Skywalker here at the Palpatine cloning facility.
Yeah,
no,
and then
don't do that.
I'm imagining it all going wrong, and then him going, "Wait, we can use this to our advantage." Type one of those evil kind of monologuing bits where he's "Yes, this could work out in our favor."
Yeah, a lot of stroking beards required to be
a lot of beard stroking. Yes. Tell us more. Anyway, we should probably keep reading on.
Yeah, just keep going, because otherwise we're just going to fall into the quagmire of wondering how clone facilities get dragged across the galaxy.
Oh, here we go. So I'll just keep reading.
Go for it.
Meanwhile, in the Legion of Doom. Meanwhile, in the cloning laboratory, C-3PO and Sci-Fi find Luke's severed hand, along with many other lost Jedi artifacts. They are being used to test new cloning procedures. CFIXI detaches a hovering drone droid that was clamped to her back. Okay. The drone collects
First
up all
time
the
that's
artifacts.
been mentioned.
Yeah, fine, sure. The droid collects up all the artifacts and puts them in a net. She instructs the drone to leave through the crevice and meet the others at the rendezvous point. Just as it's buzzing off, C-3PO and CFIXI are attacked by robotic sentry droids. Having no weapons, they duck for cover. The little drone droid flutters away.
Luke and Snoke fight on the top of the Acropolis. They trade blow for blow, two evenly matched Force wielders. They taunt each other a bit more, promising pain and suffering to all that followed them. Wait, Luke is promising pain and suffering to all that followed? Come on, Luke, keep it together. General Leia and Lando's resistance forces are overpowered by Palpatine's Sith Armada and TIE daggers. Lando senses defeat on the horizon. Poe is the last remaining X-Wing fighter. Of course he is. Dogfighting swarms of TIE daggers by himself. He's finally hit. He is X-Wing is totally
we're
disabled.
really flagging already.
Just float. I'd like to say that's actually what it says. That's not me like flagging. It's he is X-Wing is totally disabled.
Oh yeah,
just floating out in the vacuum of space. Just as he's about to crash into the side of the Yakata, Chewie shows up in the Millennium Falcon. Chewie literally uses the Falcon's forward mandibles to pick Poe's dead X-Wing out of the sky, like a forklift picking up a pallet.
Well, rather than metaphorically.
Yeah.
For God's sake.
General Leia orders Chewie to land on the upper hull of the Yakata. She has a plan.
Leia tells Lando this particular Old Republic heavy star cruiser is outfitted with a doomsday pinch weapon. It's the equivalent of a cosmic EMP. Once she throws the switch, both the electrical systems of her resistance armada and the attacking Sith fleet will be momentarily paralyzed. Lando remarks, "But that will kill our fleet and weapons too." Leia replies, "Yeah, but we'll see it coming. They won't. It'll give us the time we need to take the advantage." Wars are won in the precious seconds, not years. Lando agrees and readies the troops. Leia puts her palm over the red pinch button. She tells Poe and Chewie, "Poe, Chewie, it's going to go dark for a few seconds. Once the lights come on, I want you to blast every Sith ship you can, as fast as you can." Poe and Chewie agree. As the lights turn off, Poe and Chewie make love together. In a it doesn't say that. Poe and Chewie agree. She barks at Lando. "Grab onto something. We're going to lose our gravity."
Yeah, to be honest, like if Poe and Chewie, if that happened after Act 2 with C-3PO,
I know.
I'm just not questioning anything anymore. A few different things. We find out what Luke's severed hand is being used for, and it's kind of underwhelming. It's just for cloning purposes, which is...
I mean, I think we assumed that originally.
To say...
I don't think it could have been anything darker than that.
Yeah, to say that was the one of the final big questions from episode 8, it's kind of a bit underwhelming that it's just like a cloning thing used in this Sith Acropolis. I kind of wanted a bit more from it. Part of me was like, are they gonna...
it needed a bigger use, I think.
Part of me was like, are they going to use it to like clone a Luke Skywalker type thing? i.e. like Doctor Who again?
Yeah.
I don't know. But,
who knows?
But yeah, so you get Luke and Snoke fighting on the Acropolis still, and Luke is saying some real stingers about Snoke. Like, I mean, even though Luke is super jolly and all-knowing throughout this entire thing, even in episode 8, he's like super violent. Like,
I know,
in episode 8,
he
like kills all of the Knights of Ren. They used to be your students, Luke. Like, good grief.
It's like, and he like treated them like they were dead meat or something.
He's like,
wasn't that the line? Or like,
forgiveness, it means nothing.
Yeah, that's it. Like, it's completely changed.
Yeah.
Promising pain and suffering to all that follow them.
Oh, man.
You will have pain and suffering, Luke.
Yeah.
No, you will have pain and suffering, Snoke. This is like, wait, who? Wait, are we the baddies?
Yeah. But then another interesting thing from this page is that you get what's it described as? The cosmic EMP, which is, funnily enough, that's
very Matrix.
Yeah, but it's also kind of similar to in episode 9, if you remember, the Emperor uses like his lightning and it disables all the ships. And so,
of course.
It's kind of similar to that. There's all these subtle little echoes of things which actually ended up happening in episode 9, which is quite interesting, I think. Even though I'm pretty much certain now that this isn't real, there are a few little allusions to what we would end up getting, which I do find quite interesting.
Yeah, quite nice. Obviously, whoever did this watched the films first, I can only assume, if this is not a real thing.
Yeah.
Which, I'm starting to think it's not.
There's enough little things to be like, that's definitely not a coincidence.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. To be honest, there's not much else I
a lot
really
of action
have to say.
Really on that page.
Yeah,
so
there's a lot going on.
So just need to crack on and keep going.
Go on, Charlie. Take it away.
Cool. Down in the Sith Parthenon, Rey bows at Palpatine's feet. He teases her with Ben's hot saber, delicately singeing strands of her hair off.
That's too much.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dude, that's just too much. And
we're going to stop the episode there because nothing will be better than that. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, no, it gets worse. He comments that he loves the smell of burning hair. It reminds him of home.
What?
She tries in vain to summon the Force, hoping to pull her lightsaber to her and slice his throat, but can't. C-3PO and Siffy Z or whatever are pinned down, being shot at by the robot Century droids. They manage to escape with their jetpacks. Jetpacks again.
Oh,
Getting
so
some
many
jetpacks
man. Just loves the jetpacks.
They cascade through the great Sith Hall of demonic statues, heading back out the same crevasse. As they saw, Siffy Z reaches out and lovingly grabs C-3PO's hand. She says, "We will escape together, or not at all." C-3PO replies, "Screw you, I'm getting out of here." No, he doesn't. C-3PO replies, "Agreed." They streak out of the crevasse and into the red sacrum night sky.
Screw you, bitch. I was in it for the sex. Luke and Snoke. I just can't get over, like, he teases her with Ben's hot saber.
I love the smell of burning hair.
It's just filthy. Anyway, Luke and Snoke are locked in a fierce standoff. The roof starts to break, just as it had years before. They cross their respective sabers, not letting the other gain an inch of high ground. Snoke finally outmaneuvers him, knocking Luke to the ground. Snoke raises his saber for the death blow. General Leia screams, "Now!" She pounds the red pinch EMP.
You mean the red pinch EMP?
EMP! All these capitals are just getting to me. A gigantic pulse of lightning shoots out from the Yakata. All the ships in orbit go dark, gravity is lost, and everyone begins to float inside their starships. The blast instantaneously lights up the night's sacrum sky. A C-3PO and Skivabla skim the planet's surface, holding hands on their jetpacks. The lightning reaches them, and their electrical bodies short out. They fall from the sky.
Oh no, I don't care.
As Snoke brings his broadsaber down to behead Luke, it suddenly fizzles out in front of his eyes. Luke attempts to light his up, but it won't ignite either. The EMP has killed all electronics in the sector, even lightsabers.
A dumbfounded Luke starts punching Snoke in the face with the hilt of his saber.
what is this? What is this? Like the Expendables? What's going on? Like Rocky 3?
I don't know. The saber's metal cylinder breaks against Snoke's hard skull before Snoke can get it together enough to force push. Oh, I can't say push. To force push Luke off of him. Luke has pulled his own saber apart, exposing its sharp, gleaming green kyber crystal. Luke pushes closer, using the razor-sharp kyber crystal to slice Snoke's throat. The cut nearly decapitates him.
Nearly?
Oh, God.
Nearly? He's still going. All it'll take is a few boxing-style punches to knock that one off then, Luke. Get in there. Just get in the ring and just keep punching his head as it flings back and forth. Joint to the neck. Oh, my God.
Rey is kneeling before Palpatine as the pinch EMP goes off. Both his lightsabers fizzle out. The machine's wires and hoses used to keep his reanimated body also torch out. He falls to the ground, whimpering in pain and gasping for air. She force pulls the hilt of her dead lightsaber back to her and begins bashing him over the head with it. What is happening? Why are people using lightsabers like this now?
They're like fucking bats. Like, what is going on?
Oh my... What is happening?
Why are they bashing us? It's not a zombie movie. You don't need to go for the head. Make sure the head, what?
Do you remember how 6 pages ago we thought this might have been real?
Oh, man. It's just insane.
So, firstly, I want to say that just to say this first, the image of C-3PO in a jetpack is really weird. Like, because
yeah, it definitely
he'd be too rigid. And also, he doesn't have posable thumbs. Like, how would he control the jetpack? I guess he just plugs into it or some droid thing.
He just uses his head.
Yeah, but
I don't want to use my head. Anyway. Yeah, but what were we saying?
But yeah, just so the least bonkers thing on this page is C-3PO using a jetpack.
Yeah, that's the most sane bit.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Why do we need this love story between the two? I'm not droidist, but
But C-3PO, he's the most
unemotional one ever.
I don't know anyone who's ever watched the original trilogy and been like, oh, C-3PO should have ended up with someone. Oh.
Yeah.
And if he does end up with someone, it's obviously R2-D2. Where's R2-D2 in all of this?
Yeah, we need some droid LBGTQ style thing going on.
Why is this droid Siffy Z not either BB-8 or R2-D2 or all three?
Any of them.
What is going on?
Oh, man. Also, whoever wrote this loves the word crevasse.
Oh, yeah, they really do.
Or crevice or whatever, how do you say it?
But
wow.
There's a weird problem of this treatment of it just introducing characters who just seem to be replacing characters that you already have.
Yeah, it's just slow down. We don't need as many characters.
Yeah.
We already have a good pool to choose from.
I know you needed Siffy Z for this droid defector, you need to know the Sith blood kind of thing. But beyond that, she's not really needed. So just use one of the droids we know. This is so weird and bizarre. And then people start punching each other with lightsabers, which is
the best.
It's something I didn't know I wanted in my life. Just Luke ripping apart his own lightsaber in order to
just punching and then slicing his throat with a kyber crystal.
Ridiculous.
Have you seen kyber crystals? They're so small. How is he slicing this dude's throat? That's like me slicing your throat with a needle.
Oh, stop it.
I mean, it's just, what?
Oh, man. We apologize for letting down our viewers in making them think that this was at all real at any point.
Yeah, sorry if we gave the impression. I think at this point, nearly at the end of the two treatments, I think we can probably say that this is not written by JJ Abrams.
Yeah. Or at least, dear God, I hope not.
If it was, thank God they turned him down.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Good grief.
This dude was on some fucking shit, man.
He wrote this being like, I don't have to make either of these films. I can do whatever I want.
Rian Johnson's going to love this.
Yeah. We were all there like, why didn't Rian Johnson use any of JJ Abrams' treatment? And ladies and gentlemen, if this is JJ Abrams' treatment, this is why. He was like,
this is
okay,
exactly why.
episode 8, this is a pretty, this is okay. I could use this. Okay, let's see what he was playing for episode 9. Reads episode 9. It's like, okay, I need to redo the entirety of episode 8.
And then like the pinch EMP thing, like what's going on there?
I need to do everything in my power to make sure this never sees the light of day.
Yeah, he just, Let's crack on. Obviously, this dude loves crevasses and jetpacks.
Yeah.
Red tie daggers fall from the sky and blaze out like falling stars. General Leia punches the red pinch EMP button again and turns everything back on. Her ship lights up again. The gravity pulls people back to the floor. Leia, Lando, Poe, and Chewie begin blasting every Sith attack craft in sight, using these few seconds of new power to their advantage. Cut back to Rey and Palpatine. The machines flare back to life, and he takes one huge breath. She instantly reignites her lightsaber and slices him in half, long ways. She unleashes a flurry of Sith lightning on him, which turns him into a bonfire.
Oh, no.
He's finally defeated. She stands up victorious.
Luke also stands up over the severed corpse of Snoke. He smiles, telepathically connecting with Rey. Good murdering, kid.
Good job, kid.
Good job, kid.
That's just awful. That just what? Oh,
Rey goes over to Ben Solo, who's
walks
on
over
the ground
with the head of Palpatine.
Yeah. Oh man. Rey goes over to Ben Solo, who's on the ground, bleeding out and dying. She kneels down and cries. With his last breath, he tells her, "Don't cry, dear Rey. I deserve this. Take the heroes to Alderaan. Start anew." He fades away. And we're going to stop it there because next up we have the epilogue. So that seems a good time to stop. Just to keep in mind that... So it says Kylo Ren or Ben Solo, he's bleeding out, but that's not how lightsabers work.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't bleed out because it's hot and it cauterizes instantly.
Yeah, so you just die.
So that's the...
I mean, all I can imagine is Luke walking up to Rey with like a severed Snoke head going, "Good job, kid."
Yeah.
I just can't get it out of my head. It's too much.
Yeah, but like...
Oh, my head.
So that good old EMP thing just saved everything for everyone. And yeah. But I don't know. Who knows anymore? I don't know if I have anything to say again.
There's nothing to say except like we should probably just read this epilogue and then just like have a bit of a like
Rey brutally murders the Emperor by slicing him in half long ways
and bashing his head with a lightsaber. This
is brutal. Star Wars was never this brutal.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger turns up. It's time to die, Snoke. You have met your match.
Okay, let's read this epilogue.
Get to the Star Destroyer.
Read this epilogue so we can never talk about this ever again.
Okay. Epilogue. The Millennium Falcon skims over the surface of a newly enlightened sacrum. Rey, Luke, and Chewie man the cockpit. The little hovering droid floats behind them. R2-D2 squeals as they find C3PO and Skubba stuck lying in a sandbank. They magnet them up and head off to rendezvous with Yakata.
Rey remembers the coordinates and takes the entire gang through the galaxy, past the Maw, and find the lost word of Alderaan Prime. Missing an L there, buddy. We see a green, lavish planet teeming with life and energy. Everybody rendezvous there.
Luke and Rey build the new Jedi Temple there on its green, grassy hills. All of our heroes gather around for a celebration, laughing, cheering, happily rejoicing in the destruction of the Sith once and for all until the next trilogy. Rey surprises Luke and Audra and his kids with the name of the new Jedi Temple. On its entrance, it is written, Skywalker. Luke smirks, a tear in his eye. He remarks to Rey, life will be good. He glances over to see Chewie and Leia holding a holographic picture of their fallen comrade, Han Solo. He continues, well, good enough.
Right. Oh, life's great. Like, none of us had to sacrifice anything. Sorry, Leia. Sorry.
Rey puts his arm around him. Leia, Luke, and Chewie embrace with Poe, Finn, and Chewie. What? Leia, Luke, and Chewie embrace with Poe, Finn, Chewie, and the rest celebrate.
How many Chewies are there?
Mate, you forget they went to Sacrum, or they went to Kamino, and they climbed another Chewie. I'm so confused. You do the next bit.
C-3PO and Feasby sit together holding hands on a nearby grassy hill. They gaze at the remarkable temple that has been built. Feasby kisses C-3PO on the cheek. R2-D2 rolls in, interrupting this tender moment. C-3PO scolds him in a humorous way. The end.
About fucking time. What the fuck is a scold in a humorous way? Alright, you little...
Oh, come on, I can't use that. I need to learn how to find a beep feature.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's explicit.
I can't believe the last image of the entire Skywalker saga is C-3PO and another droid kissing with R2-D2 rolling in. But then, like, where's BB-8? They've completely forgotten that BB-8 exists.
This is too much. He's just gone. And he was the one that, like, had this huge plan.
Yeah.
Why do we need, like, droid kissing into the sunset? Did
BB-8 die long ago and we've just forgotten? I feel like I remember that. Now.
He probably died in a sex-crazed He probably got, like, droid AIDS and died, and they don't have enough oil to fix him, and... just too much sex. These robots are having too much sex, and I'm not, I feel like that the humans aren't having enough sex. I don't know.
My favorite bit of this whole treatment is Luke just being like, oh yeah, life's great. I didn't have to do anything. Like, I was on an island this whole time and like, oh, my family's fine. And then it just cuts to Leia, who's there with like a picture of her dead husband and doesn't even have a photo of her now dead son. And it's like, come on, that's in bad taste.
Yeah.
It's like, everything's great. Meanwhile, Leia just cries. Like,
well, good enough.
I feel like I'd give that a solid B+.
Oh man, what a car crash. It was so... Do you know what? I'd say it was pretty decent till after, like... up until Act 1 of the episode 9, all this treatment was kind of okay. I could get behind it. But since then, fucking hell. This is just too much. I'm literally sweating. I just can't.
Do you know what this has made me realize? Rise of Skywalker was pretty good. What is this? This weird... Okay, to try and be more defensive of it, somehow, the idea of them setting up a temple at the end and, they're going to train a new generation of Jedi, it's like, that's what the last image of the Rise of Skywalker should have been. It should have been Rey with Finn and Poe, her adopted family, building a Jedi temple, and cut a little bit forward, and you see them training some little younglings or something in not necessarily to be Jedis, but to be something in between. Yeah.
To pull it back into a more serious sort of, grounding.
Yeah.
I feel okay.
I don't know if I can be serious about anything anymore.
I know it's going to be tough. But, I mean, I feel okay, it is a little bit too complicated, but we do get a bit more character building for Rey in all of this, which I think is essential. That's the one person I'd say that needed the character building that didn't get it. I feel like it's flipped it on the head. So the actual one, everyone but Rey gets an relatively all right bit of character building.
Yeah.
And then you turn it on its head, and now it's like everyone but Rey has had no character building.
Yeah.
And Rey's the only one to have any character building. This
treatment treats the other characters, even Leia and other people, as they just turn up and you're like, oh yeah, they're in this. If you remember, Lando Calrissian is in this, and I completely forgot he was here.
Instead of Lando and BB-8, we just get a Chewie clone.
Yeah, we get two Chewies.
We get Leia, Luke, and Chewie embraced with Poe, Finn, Chewie. Just imagining Chewie embracing with Chewie.
Yeah, on the good old word of Alderaan Prime.
See, this is the problem. I'm trying to do a serious analysis, but it just comes back to
just can't.
Hilarity. I just can't.
Man. I feel like there's nothing more to say about this apart from time well spent.
Yeah, it's been enjoyable. I think we've had a good laugh. I think I don't want to overanalyze it now. I feel like, generally speaking, it was okay. Okay, maybe there could be a bit more. I mean, because they did do a little bit on droid relationships in
Solo,
didn't they? And I do think, if done right, that's a good thing to experience, because I do feel like, there is an element to AI which becomes more intelligent and wants more things. And I do like that. But the way that they've done it in this one, to me, it's a bit too comical, because they've done it with the wrong droids.
Yeah, they've done it more like... The thing is, when I think of droid relationships, because they are mechanical beings who don't need to reproduce, essentially, it would be more a kind of companionship type thing. It would be like emotional bond. And for some reason, this is determined to make it a physical bond type thing.
Yeah, suddenly we've got to have droid sex.
Why are they holding hands, and why do they kiss?
Yeah, and how do they kiss? How does that work? Do they just bang their...
bump their heads to
outer chassis together? Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, doesn't make any sense. I'm just frustrated because I really liked the first act.
It was really promising, and then it
really just fell down
downhill.
Heavy. I mean, yeah, such a shame.
This is the end of the Skywalker saga. There should have been more consequences for the characters we love. Definitely. Han Solo died, which was really effective. And I know this, people have different opinions about this, but I like the idea of the new trilogy killing off all of the original characters, to be honest. That seemed like it was almost going to be inevitable. Whereas in this, everyone makes it through fine. I mean, Leia's entire family is dead, but, life will be good. Well, good enough.
Good enough. Oh, my word.
Good enough.
That is just cruel.
Yeah. Luke Skywalker is a dick in this one.
He's an horrible arsehole. Wow. He's just such a cocky, know-it-all dickhead.
Yeah.
He just makes everyone feel awful.
He's horrible.
And why, even at the end it says, what does it say? Let me get to the end. Because I've scrolled up because I'm like, I want to try and analyze this a bit more. It's like on its entrance, it's written Skywalker and Luke smirks a tear in his eye. Like the cocky shit. It's like he smirks because he knew it was going to fucking happen.
Like everything, I knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, like everything else. Yeah. So he smirks going, finally. And why do we have to have a temple called Skywalker?
Yeah. Like, that's not necessary. Name it after literally overkill. Hundreds of the Jedi who came before.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
It's weird naming. That's almost Trumpian. It's weird naming a building after yourself.
Yeah, it's literally the same as Trump Tower, isn't it? I mean, It implies the same thing. And this version of Luke is a cocky arsehole who has nothing to do with the light side. If anything, he's leaning more dark side with his wanting to get more cloning and more aggressive insults and bashing Snoke's head in. And then slitting his throat with a kyber. I mean, what the hell is going? What happened to forgiveness? Just
in the meantime, Rey uses Force lightning and cuts the Emperor in half.
I mean, wow, this is insane.
Well, on that note, I think it's time to end this episode.
Yeah, this is
the third part of our episode 9 deep dive.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed us going through this little script. Obviously, we can kind of conclude at this point that this was not written by JJ Abrams. I mean, if it was JJ, get in contact. Let us know. We can offer you some great script writing courses.
Yeah.
I know of a few. In fact, there's a great article on BuzzFeed for writing your own thing. So if you want me to send it over to you, I'd be more than happy to do it. Just let us know your email address. We'll get it to you ASAP.
And we promise we will not abuse that email address. It sounds like we're joking, but we're honourable people. We would genuinely do that.
Yeah. If you need help, let us know. I mean,
in the meantime, Disney, hit us up and we will write you a decent Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah, honestly, we stick to it. We will write you some good stuff. We have the knowledge, we have the capability. Hell, we have the time right now. So just send it over.
Loads of time.
And we will bash it out for you.
Absolutely.
ASAP.
Yeah.
Or a new series. You want us to do a series? We'll do a series.
We'll do whatever. We'll do whatever you want us to. We're very versatile. Yeah.
But anyway, I think we can probably call off the lawyers for now.
Yeah.
And kind of rest this little trip out into the wilderness of intriguing sort of Star Wars literature that's popped up on the web. And we hope you've enjoyed it across the 6 parts, all across these sort of JJ Abrams treatments that was supposedly
our own little saga of JJ Abrams treatment episodes.
Yeah, and we hope you're looking forward to what's coming next. We are hoping to finally watch Rogue One and get some questions down.
Yeah,
and then base the next few podcasts on that. Or at least probably even the next 10 or so, I'd imagine, if we can get enough questions.
We are going to have plenty of episodes coming about Rogue One. So, that's exciting. It's a film that we both love very much. So it's going to be, whereas this was us being amazed and incredulous at terrible
we
treatment.
hope you enjoyed these sloppy copies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The next few will be us just raving about how much we love Rogue One.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
If you're interested in that, look out for it. Hopefully coming soon.
And just also check out our playthrough. That was new a few weeks ago.
I'm not sure what episode every other week. Be on now.
Yeah, who knows? Because we're recording this sort of whenever the next release will be. It's quite a while in the past. So who knows where we'll be on then? But keep watching, keep tuning in.
Who knows what the world will be like in a month's time or whenever this comes out?
Who knows?
Who knows?
But in the meantime,
stay sane.
You. Stay safe, stay sane.
Yeah.
Stay Star Wars.
Don't read this treatment because not worth your time.
And just remember that
Well, actually, on the contrary, it's exactly worth your time. Well, on that note, thank you so much for watching. catch our Rogue One assignment series coming soon, and we will catch you in the next one. Goodbye there.
Until the next time. Goodbye there.
Take it away, Spencer.
Oh no, my keyboard's off. Damn it.
You ruined it. Never mind. Okay. There we go. Nice.
That's the one.
Nailed it.
Okay. Goodbye then.
Okay, goodbye. Thanks for listening to episode 18 of the How Uncivilized podcast. Well, that's all, folks. We've thoroughly beaten this dead bantha for material on JJ Abrams' supposed episodes 8 and 9 treatment. Now that we've finished, it's fair to say that it's been a huge waste of time. But you know what's not a waste of time? Our playthrough on YouTube. Check it out.
You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Reddit. How Uncivilized was created, produced, and edited by Charlie Abrams Feasby and Spencer Ahsoka Lawrence.